Right? Good thing I'm cutting it right out. Surely. Definitely.
Oh no.
RNG, Mad Lions, PSG, Kia. Long ago, the four teams rumbled together in harmony. Then everything changed when the playoff stage began. Only the Esprost people, the most papega people out of the entirety of the esports, can provide the fans' perspective on the best of fives, but when the world needed them most, didn't. Not in the slightest. They vanished. 100 hours passed and my co-hosts and I discovered the new Esprost Pepole, exactly the same Pepole as the last time. And although their take-finding skills are great, they have a lot to learn before they're ready to get literally any sponsor. But I believe Esprost people can recap MSI. Hi chat, I'm YSH, and welcome to the podcast. As per usual, with me I have... He's an absolute whip degenerate who has been bullying me into trying to intro Hannah by saying she's a self-proclaimed cat girl, and she goes nya for the last few weeks. MRC. She is a self-proclaimed cat girl, and she goes nya. Hannah. Call him Aaron Burr, cause he did take his shot in the end. Costa.
Who even is Aaron Burr? Hello everyone. Who's Aaron Burr?
Okay,
And,
so
and today
I'm
on this
sorry
pros
for that
people, we are
rude
recapping
intro.
Hamilton.
Jesus.
Hannah.
Aaron Burr was an American statesman. He was also like a vice president. He was the second vice president of the United States of America, following just shortly after Thomas Jefferson, the second president of the United States of America. And he was also the person who killed Alexander Hamilton, the first ever
Killer of Alexander
Treasury
history.
Secretary of Treasury in the USA.
Wow. Thank you very much for the history lesson. I had no idea.
Thanks
And now
for
to
adding, because now I have posted the freaking link in places.
I have people who are going to go
And
swarming
we
in.
are here to recap MSI playoffs, which I have not watched, and Costa has not watched. Any other not watchers in the chat? In the stream? Anywhere?
I have watched the semi. That's 2 out of 3. 66.6%.
Nice.
Yeah, I watched kind of the 3 series.
So I believe the first series in the playoffs was Demwon Kia playing against PSG, and last time around everyone was hyping at Doggo, so I got one.
No, it wasn't.
Wait, it wasn't? Oh right, because everyone on Twitter has been bullying Rito for putting Demwon in second, right? Because...
No. The first match was RNG versus PSG.
Yeah, and there was a big crap show on Twitter about that for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
It did get in the end cleared up, and I think it was reasonable that they moved the 2 dates around. Yeah.
So how hard did Mad Lions lose to random number generator?
It versus DK, it was like super close. Mad Lions was winning actually 2-1 in the series, but then DK showed they got reverse sweep. It was a reverse sweep. It was 1-0, 2-1, 3-2.
So what you're saying is that they won the best of 3, and that means that LEC has to participate in the finals, and they have to have the 4th slot, right?
I mean, and it was also a better result than G2, so.
True.
I think Mad Lions played extremely well. Both currency had like really pop-off games. I don't think that anybody like especially into it. I think in the end, Damwon Kia just kind of pulled their weight and made it to finals on the back of one singular man, and that man is Showmaker. Jesus Christ, he's insane. Damn.
One.
Wait, we are talking about the second series now, right?
Yeah, because you started with Mad Lions.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
With the second series, where
I'm so good at
this
this.
is a really serious product.
We try to make it as if you didn't say that Mad lost against RNG, but I guess it's inescapable now.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, in the end, Pentanet won MSI after their grueling best of 5 series against Unicorns of Love. And
Yeah,
I,
after
for
all.
one, can't wait to see LCO with 3 spots from NA and 1 spot of their own.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
leave it
so
at that.
yeah, sad cope.
Hope.
So
I
the
personally
other series?
think. Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't know. Are we going to keep discussing DK versus Mad or?
No, I think we should move on to the second series, which was or the first series in that case, which was PSG against RNG. And to the surprise of nobody but also everybody, RNG won.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was
Never
much closer than
expected.
expected though.
How could
PSG
they?
had PSG had like really good games. They kind of hinted a little bit, and that costed them 1 or 2 games because of that. But Dodo had a stellar performance as always, and Maple played really well. It was like fine. I was happy with the result.
I think they can be really proud of themselves.
I think so too. Game one was like really, really, really close. It was really fun to watch, and they just kind of lost one fight and lost over that. And they should have been devastated. I mean, not should have, but they could have been devastated after that. Then they came back in game two, which was really nice to see. And then they got decimated in game three. Then they didn't come back from that one, but still they put up a really, really good fight in the first 2 games. Also in the last game, kinda. So yeah, it's a very good showing against what was, well, factually the best team at MSI this year. So yeah, I think they could be really happy with themselves. And I think they might actually start thinking about signing Doggo permanently because he's a really, really good player.
He's a really, really good boy. That's the more important part.
Yeah, that as well.
That said, time for
Yeah,
the main
I
show,
mean-
right? Because there is no international event in which the Asian teams will not decide a winner between each other in, right? Because LEC
God.
obviously does not matter at all, and the Asian domination will continue on forever and ever and ever, and the gap is not closing even if you're gonna pick a monkey and try to jump over the bridge.
Hope you.
This was the first Asian versus Asian final since MSI 2018, which is kind of crazy if you think about it.
Technically, Worlds was Asian versus Asian.
Yeah.
Final.
Sunning versus his game.
Oh, yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Technically, Rift Rivals were Asian versus Asian. So
I mean, if we remove the finals that didn't matter,
True,
Yes,
actually.
exactly. Thank you very much.
I personally think that series was a lot closer than it had any right to be because, and I said it in our last episode, Damwon Kia was not the best team. Like, they shouldn't not have been like first seed because they were the worst first seed we had in a long time. And I think their finals performance kind of showed that because really, this entire like playoff series was on the back of Showmaker and Canyon, but mostly Showmaker.
Yeah.
I want to ask your opinion on something. Is Blue Side really broken? Because all winners were from Blue Sides in the finals. So,
I mean,
is there something about that? Maybe drafting helps the other team more than the red team?
as a gold
Match
support
play is kind of
player,
the same.
I can tell you that it is a lot easier to place a ward in the tri-brush in the bot lane and forget it there than it is to do on the red side. So blue side obviously OP. On the other hand, I mean, it's kind of easier to maybe try and set up and steal the Baron from the red side, but also the meta does not seem to favor those scenarios as people just fight and they make sure that the jungler is dead before they go for it, and The dragons seem to be a little bit more important, which is why the blue side definitely does seem to be stronger on the map itself, not on looking into the draft, because I don't know draft at all.
Yeah, and it's also easier to get dragon if you just shitstomp bot lane like RNG did every game. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what? Okay,
No,
Doctor.
please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to say that I think, I mean, not as a meme, but I think that the gap between the top 4 regions, not today, is closing. Because I don't think Mad Lions is the best team that Europe can produce at the moment. I think that G2 has a lot more potential when if they play to their expected level. So I think that I'm really hyped for Worlds because I think that this can be our year.
I mean, it's not just shit too, let's be honest,
Yosh.
but also, if you don't get to Worlds, you don't win Worlds, so... There were a bunch of changes in the rosters that we have seen throughout the LEC and the other regions, as we are slowly moving from MSI. I mean, come on, MSI ended like a week ago. They've already played like the Valorant thing in that venue as well, so... yeah. Rosters, rumors, confirmations, Vitality L9, SK going through Pepega stuff. What's happening?
Let me just start. I'm using this as my microphone now, but basically, let me just start with the breaking news that like just launched, and I bet that none of our like viewers have seen this yet. Sven is benched. He's benched.
Yes.
Wait,
I
what?
saw that.
Sven?
I saw that at the beginning of the podcast, and I was like
They
shell-shocked.
benched him.
Wait.
Yeah.
Cloud9 Sven got benched.
Cloud9 Sven got benched.
Wait,
the fuck?
who are they playing instead of him?
King.
The guy, King, the guy with the cool
The
glasses.
Australian guy.
Yeah. I was always a fan of King, but this is totally unexpected, and I don't think it's like a really good move. But
They posted a video explaining that thing. If you want Yosh, like, you could play it, because I'm actually quite curious.
It's insane.
I'm also too
And I
lazy
wanted
to
to
look it
start
up
with
and
this.
open it, so...
But basically, yeah, Sven benched. I'm gonna make this bench joke like so many times just because. And yeah, breaking news.
Go on.
I mean,
If
I'm
if
trying
I
to
were
make
to-
sense of it. Like the only role that was kind of underwhelming from Cloud9, besides the whole team themselves, was bot lane.
Wait, hold up.
No, not really. I mean, Blabber got like out-jungled because he was like worse than Canyon, he was worse than Elioya, he was worse than every jungler in the tournament. That doesn't mean he's not the best jungler in the name. Or that any other jungler, especially I think I don't know who is the Babip? No, I don't know. No, who is the Cloud9 Academy jungler?
Consider the following. You are playing in
Okay,
an A, which means that you can always just rip someone from the EU or something.
Yeah, but not really like with Corona and stuff. You cannot really like take a player that
Academy
MSI
jungler
and
fired.
I mean, probably it's like an experimental thing like they did when they bench like Sneaky and almost everyone at the start of the split for them to get like more, I don't know how to say, drive to win. But I don't know if that's the case with Sven. I always saw him as someone that had a lot of work ethic and stuff compared to other NA players. But
Yeah.
who knows how it works. King is a really good player.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird that they benched Sven, honestly, because I think he had like a pretty good tournament. But I guess if you lose to, you see in EU, if you lose to Turkey, you just buy the Turkish players. And in an A, if you lose to OCE, you're getting those OCE players.
I mean, you don't even need to buy them, they're literally your region, right? You're not wasting an import
they
slot.
already belong to you.
Gonna be a banger.
Yeah.
Pentanet and LCS. They're gonna send it so hard. Like,
Yeah.
Obviously it's going to be like some kind of bullshit like Golden Guardians binds them out, and because let's be honest, no one's allowing Pentanet as an org. who literally pays their salary in macas and.
Yeah.
I mean, your coach is making mad money on Twitch right now with his hot tub streams. I tuned in for like 5 seconds. Heard him say like, "Oh, I don't want to go to therapy because I find it scary to figure out what I want to do with my life." And went, "All right, that's not a stream for me."
No, that's relatable.
Yeah. By the way, I would just like to point out how I found out the other day that the Pentanet coach and the Pentanet top laner BioPanther were part of the Dire Wolves team that went on the worst fucking score ever in OC. That went 120 in OPL, and these guys got to group stage of MSI. I think that's amazing.
Oh Lord!
I think that the coach Ubisoft was like as the sub for, I forgot the name of, like, in Worlds 2018 when Dire Wolves qualified and they couldn't bring their jungler for, I think it was like a sanction or whatever reason. He subbed him.
Actually Starfire, who is currently
Starfire. Yeah. I mean, from that roster, like only BioPanther and Cupcake are not in the LCS or LCS Academy. Fire is in Cloud9, Triple is in FlyQuest, and King, well, is now in Cloud9 main team. That's impressive.
Lord.
Yeah. Also, Mythic is the head coach now, and Rainover is the assistant coach. I guess they just switched them around.
So you're gonna have Miffy as the coach and not play Sven, huh?
Oh, Rainover is in the main team now. Nice.
No,
Hey, you promised us to joke about this every time you open your mouth. Where's the joke?
He's been avenged.
Mithy finally gets his revenge because Sven didn't invite him to his birthday party. This is Mithy's doing.
Oh shit. Got him.
Mithy, Sven, this is your tape. Oh Lord.
From him aside the hot tub, a history of success.
Now, the next thing that I need to point out immediately, because new intake just dropped. Let's talk about the self-made drama.
Oh right, we're an LEC podcast, right? Yeah. Forgot. So self-made. Who's the self-made?
He's a self-made man.
To disclose on the drama for anybody that is not, as I am, living on off-season rumors and chicken nuggets right now.
Yeah, she literally was eating Twitter last time we called together, so.
So, the following situation happened. Selfmade, on his Discord, on his publicly accessible Discord, was talking about how
Discord.
Weipo didn't have a choice, and that that fnatic management told Weipo either you jungle or you're out. To which Weipo said, "Alright, guess I'll jungle." And Selfmade posted about it on his public Discord, which then got reposted. To which Sam Matthews,
he just Sam Matthews?
Sam Matthews, the owner. A man.
You're fanatic. The fanatic.
We need to look up. Yeah, he's the fanatic
baby on Twitter.
Give me a second, I need to read up on this. Okay, so LEC Vulu tweeted that the self-made screenshots, which are basically self-made saying, the reality is we wanted to continue with the same roster with Weipo, but Fnatic took Adam and told him to jungle or leave.
Sage.
And then Sam Matthews responded to this tweet, to this rumor tweet, thinking it was a good idea to respond to this. Think logically. You have 2 out of 5 players committed long-term, 1 split left. What do you do? Of course we will take some tough decisions. Fnatic is here to win it all, and we want players committed to do the same. And then, as an afterthought, he added, and of course the player didn't make any form of decision.
Yeah, by the way, there was no player abuse, just to clarify on that point. But everything else is completely true.
Question.
Sam Matthews is reaching H2K reach levels of being a crybaby on Twitter.
Question.
It's kind of
Does
He's the third,
this mean
the
that,
lost Paul Darby brother.
does this mean that we can stop shitting on Holmes Darby brothers?
No.
I mean, he's not the worst.
The Holmes Darby brothers are the Super Mario brothers of fnatic. But
Wait, who's Sam Matthews then? Bowser?
Yeah. And then, as if that wasn't enough drama concerning selfmade leaving fnatic, afterwards he said on his Discord and other stuff, which really stuck with me. Like, it stuck with me so much. Because he said, yeah, every player that leaves fnatic is lying for attention, huh? Because, of course, everybody was like, oh, he's just lying about Bwipo having to kick him out of the team and management forcing him to do this because he wants the attention now that he's no longer in fnatic. But kind of interesting how every player that leaves fnatic lies for attention, huh?
yeah,
I
don't
mean,
think I've
Mamrika
ever-
lied last episode that he was a Z10 top laner, so obviously for attention.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. He was
I mean-
obviously the fnatic top laner.
Indeed.
Did that happen like a lot though? Fnatic players saying bad stuff about the organization, or because I'm trying to. If someone remembers, please correct me. But Reckless didn't say anything, but kind of.
Yeah, he's
Reckless
like the
is kind of like insinuating in his dreams always, like that he's so much happier now on G2, that like so much
Well,
stuff changed that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but not really like shitting publicly for attention.
Yeah, I guess the
Like-
most.
Roxa didn't say anything as well. I mean,
Yeah, but it's Broxah.
yeah, I know, but Fnatic usually has nice guys as players, or diplomatic people as well.
And shit, guys,
Yeah.
fans, no offense, Costa.
Yeah, that's true. I can't even take offense at that. It's just fact.
So
I think Reckless just it's fnatic too much to publicly shit on them after like all those years he spent on the team. Honestly,
all this is good and fine. Actually, no, never mind. It's insane and bad, but we have like 9 more teams in LEC, right?
we haven't even talked about the gameplay aspect. we just shit on the owner.
Yo, we still have more viewers than Amazing. Amazing
Dog.
has 8 and we have 9.
Insane.
Which I have to say, yeah. So selfmade out of fnatic and the Vitality Super team has come together.
Was the L9 one?
Yeah, it's
I
don't know.
basically.
This super team, I mean, compared to what was rumored in the last preseason, I mean, this is kind of underwhelming.
I mean, I'm kinda hyped for this team, just because I think it's gonna be really fun, just to watch them. Cause
I mean,
you have like,
as Costa has said about Bwipo jungle last, I think in episode 2? God, time flies quickly. I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad, but it's gonna be very entertaining. And yeah, I'm there to watch, and I'm there to watch the Twitter drama, cause that should be spicy.
Now the real question is who is going to be the better jungler, if Wipo or Treats?
yeah, SK also changed up their roster today, literally today, and so Jazz is in for support. Treats is playing jungle, and if you read Treats' like Twitter statement, the poor man doesn't want to play jungle. You
And
have
Jesse
a
didn't want to play-
perfectly fine academy jungler. Literally,
Jesse didn't
why
want to
do
play.
you not play Kali
Yeah.
and put things in academy? And don't do this to Treats. Can Treats get into one organization that won't treat him like he's an expendable toy at every situation?
You can say that no one treats him.
Whoa.
No, but for me, that happened last year with TSM, and now it happens again with SK. And can this man please get into any like organization that won't treat him like he's expendable and like?
It's not even the they shouldn't treat him like he's not expendable. They should treat him like their best fucking player, which he is. Like he is the man.
I have a theory.
Go ahead.
I mean, Tinks has a history of being a toxic player that was like benched in a lot of his previous team because of his attitude. Even when he was like the best jungler in LFL, he was benched from LDLC. And I think that probably something happened like in the middle of or in the end of the off season that made the team kind of fall apart mentally because of things maybe or they found things to be like the main issue. So they said things cannot play, and they had to go to get a player. But most rosters, both in the European leagues and in the LEC, are locked. So they went to Sirius. And Shiryu said, nope, I want to get better as player, and SK obviously is not going to make me a better player.
I mean, to be honest.
So after Shiryu said no, they had two options. To either get I don't know how to pronounce it, but their academy jungler, Kane.
I just call him Kanye.
Yeah. Okay, Kanye.
Hey.
Okay, get the academy jungler or make some wacky role swaps. But Kanye, whatever, is Sherman.
Kanye East.
So they needed to get another Sherman player to have the two LTR players in their academy roster.
No.
But
no. That's the thing. They don't.
They already have
Alois,
three?
and it's his fourth split now here, so he's a long-term resident.
Wait, Alois is already in his fourth split? Nice.
Or in his third split, so he's a resident. Lilith is German, he's a resident, and I think Unforgiven should be a resident as well.
I mean, Sleeper is also a resident, so...
Yeah, okay.
Last year.
Mm-hmm.
So
now my theory is falling apart.
F.
Okay,
I just want to
SK is a bad org. Okay, my bad. I will try to make sense of the management of the teams. I don't know.
Don't worry, Costa. At some point he'll allow you to speak.
That's the thing. Alois is a resident, and they have Saz on the bench, so he's their like substitute resident, right? And they have Lilith, who's German, so also resident. What they're doing is just cruel and unjust.
I agree. Okay. I try to be my head.
The thing is, though, they have their ADC Unforgiven was in NLC last year. He was on that the rugby team. What was it? Monster Rugby, and they got of course 2 hours. Our Balkan boy for mid. It's not Zazie anymore. So
also, where is Zazie?
I don't know.
He's on the bench.
I hope he's alright, man. It's a fucking rough trajectory for him.
But yeah, I just think what they're doing is cruel and unjust. And I was like, okay, so I never really liked SK management, okay? Everything they did always was like kinda wonky to me.
And yet you're shitting on Excel instead. Interesting.
And yet I gave them like this level of doubt because like I saw how like their rookies were developing, right? I saw the Jesper, I saw Tweets, like I saw Tungs before apparently he was like the most toxic man in LEC. And I was like, yeah, SK, yeah, I can see it. Like, and now I'm like, I sure did see something.
Yeah. I would just like to, I don't know, just to try and figure out what the fuck they were thinking, because like there are so many possibilities other than like putting your coach who hasn't even played professionally for like a year and a half, just you don't know, and putting your support into jungle, of course. But if you desperately want to bench things, which I understand why you would want that if he was really toxic, because he is. Tends to be sometimes a bit of what my friend likes to call a cancer boy, just someone who drops the atmosphere of a team a bit too much. But if you want to desperately get rid of things, and you can promote your academy jungler and drop things to academy, why don't you try to find a German jungler for your academy? Would that be so hard? I don't think so. Why don't you trade? Who is the best jungler available in ERL? Why wouldn't you just try and trade? Yeah, sorry. Do you guys have any suggestions?
No, but the thing is that probably junglers are not available in at least junglers that have a team this close to the season.
But if you
unless you want to spend like a lot of money. The only way was to get Kane to the main team. It was like the only option. I don't know why they didn't do that.
I mean, SK has shown in the past that they don't really care about their academy team. So, like, and like swap Salsa to jungle. Like, I don't know, just don't do this to my man Treats, homies.
Yeah, it's really sad.
I just know it's strange to me because I think like any ERL team who has a really good jungler, you could just come to them and say, all right, we don't want Tinks, but if we give you Tinks, would you give us that guy? And I think most ERL teams would be like fucking thrilled with the possibility to have Tinks, the guy who fucking stomped EU Masters like last year.
Yeah, I think so too. I know from the past that oftentimes when like LEC teams approach minor region teams, then normally they just like swap those two players out, or something else happens and then it doesn't happen. But I know that like sometimes this is an option, right? That you say, okay, we give you our ADC and we receive your ADC. You receive a washed up AD carry. We receive your rookie talent that you don't want anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disaster.
But at least make a fucking trade. Don't just fuck with your players.
Like I feel so sad for Treats, and Treats, this is like an official question, like next year, huh? If your contract expires, Rogue, huh?
At least Nuke Duck is gonna pop off in this season.
Oh yeah, by the way, something else. How do you buy Nuke Duck to replace Chocolate and it's somehow not the worst roster move of the off-season?
It's not even the second worst. Wait. Jesus Christ.
I can't even. This is the wackiest off-season.
Astralis wants off-season, easy. Don't
bet.
Off-season. Because
Astralis actually downgraded.
Astralis wants off-season, they sold Nuke Duck and didn't make any other dumb roster moves.
Yeah, that's a downgrade.
Yeah. Astralis didn't do anything, which is... They literally just jumped like 2 or 3 spots in my power ranking just by not doing anything. It's crazy. Like, I mean, now I understand.
My current thought is that my current conspiracy is that other LEC org owners also want Astralis to be good in playoffs, so...
I think like LEC orgs are just doing this in protest of EU not having a 4th seed at Worlds. Because like, oh, we don't get a 4th seed, alright, we're gonna fucking troll the summer split anyway. Because if we did have that 4th seed, and these teams were the best we could offer, we would get fucking embarrassed. Because honestly, like fnatic, put Bwipo jungle against. I don't know. I hope Bwipo's gonna do well. I think he can do well, but I don't know if Adam he didn't get clapped by Arome as hard as people on Reddit say. No, he didn't. He did get clapped.
Yeah, he did clapped by Clowny instead.
But he did get clapped in one game pretty hard. But if we take that man and just put him against like someone like Xiao, that wouldn't really be pretty.
Yeah, it wouldn't be pretty. Adam is going to be purged from the face of the earth.
Not even some random teams that are doing that. It's playoff fucking teams. It's Fnatic and SK. That was 5th and 6th last year. Schalke got nuked. It's not their fault.
I think it's kind of sad that this is literally. I think I saw this on the Discord the other day, where it said that this is literally Schalke's goodbye split, and somehow everyone around them is doing worse.
Yeah, that was me. That was me who said that.
How are you going out of business and you're still not the worst team?
Successfully.
I'm just really...
Like, how do you sell Abadaga and bench Skilius, right? the two star players. Your Miracle Run boys.
I hope they signed in Kikis. They did sign in Kikis, right?
No, they signed Kirei.
Come on!
And
close enough, close enough.
At
But-
least keep
but
on
for
your
real,
name.
how
They
do you
just
start
started up-
going?
And Kirei jumped up for the first suggestion
True.
instead of Kikis, so they just signed Kirei.
But Kikis is ahead alphabetically. What the fuck?
Anyway, sorry for cutting in.
It just honestly to God feels like the LEC orgs, they're just doing whatever they want. And this is gonna be a wild split. I don't know if it's gonna be like a great split, but hey, if like crazy games can ensue, and Astralis get playoffs off of the back of absolutely not doing anything and still playing Promiscue, and not doing a hot tub stream, then
Hey guys, do you remember
Like-
Misfits?
Who?
Misfits didn't do anything this offseason, which is kind of surprising.
Finally!
It's not too late. It's week 7 of summer can still happen. They can still sub in the entire academy roster. The chances of that happening are low, but never zero.
I'm just gonna keep refreshing the Leaguepedia homepage just waiting for the news to drop there. Like the Razok is getting benched, and like Soaz is the new Misfits jungler, and Han Sama is switching to support, something like that.
Actually,
I fully
Rogue-
expect.
Rogue already benched Inspired for Freddy.
I've had this beautiful conversation
damn.
with a Misfits fan today, and I want you guys to see it.
Hannah, I was so scared that you were serious for a second.
No, I wasn't. No. It's just
So-
a joke.
The Misfits fan is happy that finally attention is drawn away from Misfits, to which I have responded with, give me one day in this off-season when people cared about Misfits. The next message, 2019?
It's been a long off season.
Speaking of off-season and takes and everything, I think we should move to the take of the week because
Wait,
otherwise all that will
I didn't even get to talk about how the best team in my region according to the round robin, which does not matter anyway because they blew up after the round robin before the first round of playoffs, has literally disbanded so hard that they left the fucking esport.
What?
So Gambit has left League of Legends. We
Oh.
do have a top laner moving to an Italian ERL. I don't
Oh,
remember the team
no.
name.
Oh no, I know which team that is.
I don't remember.
My reaction to moving to an Italian team.
Come to Italy.
That's Envy Carry's team.
So
Team Pool
Diamond Prox decided to come to Brazil and is going to try and beat Donards.
Donards is in LFL.
Yeah, he's trying to beat Donards' record of staying in the fucking league. And the bot lane has ended up in TCL, I believe. I believe they're playing for Galatasaray or something. I don't remember the news from the mid laner. I think he also found something, but yeah.
Yeah, he's in Spain now.
This was the best team in my region according to the round robin. And then they proceeded to intense playoffs, and then they proceeded to disband so hard they're not even in the sport anymore. I'm hoping that the coach returns to the casting desk because he was a banker there.
Is the new team that's going to replace Gabi Dorian already announced?
No,
The New York?
I don't think I've seen anything.
Oh.
The quality of New York was quite papega in the last few seasons. I mean, One Breath Gaming and Control Play Academy, I'm pretty sure neither of those names tell anything to you.
That's some generator names right there.
Our personal conspiracy theory that a lot of people hold is that it's going to be something like Windstrike, who have like a CS and like Dota things. I believe they went to TI once. So I'm hoping that happens because it's actually an org that people know, at least. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think that the top teams in Crowd and you all are going to stay in some way, shape or form. Although I definitely am feeling like you all are definitely past their reign and are starting to crumble a lot.
Yeah. I don't know if
looking
RNG
tough.
is right, but we'll see.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to English before. Oh, right, and Flatty ended up in Betis. Betis.
BTS, lol.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
he has Russian residency, not Korean.
Yeah, I just think we have to pay respect to the Gambit, which are one of the most historic orgs in history of Western League, still. And yeah, it's been a fun ride, mates. And I don't know, it's just really fucking sad. I mean, I know that the best days for Gambit fans were even before Gambit was a thing, back when M5 raided the world stage of League of Legends, fucking smashed everyone. It's still kind of sad, you know. At least Diamond's still playing, and Edward is coaching him.
I'm
And they will
hoping that
probably.
he stops. I really am.
Why?
At some point. Because he's
Is he
not
bad?
playing well. I mean, he's playing decently, but he's not playing as well.
I don't know. I remember
Yeah.
him being really, really good in 2018 at Worlds. Or 2017, not sure which one. I think it was 2018.
He
The one
wasn't the
where
Gambit
he
roster
lost.
that went over 4, if that's what you're interested in.
Yeah, but he was also in the Gambit roster, went 2-3 against C9 and almost qualified for World Stage.
This is me crying about one of the biggest orgs in my region leaving the entire esport. Can you please stop reminding me of the fact that my region cannot win best of 5s even if they wanted to?
Sorry for that, by the way.
Sorry,
I'm back now. Hello.
Hi back, I'm Yosh.
I
You are just in time to present your takes. What is your take, Hannah?
My take of the week is about MSI again, where a good friend of mine tweeted after Mad Lions lost. If I see G2 mentioned in a tweet today, I'm just scrolling right past it. To which a Twitter account called Coomer Lord, spelled Coomer, and then Lord, said, "There's no way. There is no way G2
lords in chat.
And he said, there is no way G2 would have lost after being 2-1. To which I then said, well, that's already my take, but there's no way G2 would have lost after being 2-1 against Damwon Kia, huh?
They wouldn't be 2-1 in the first place, I think.
mean, yeah, G2 wouldn't have been 2-1. That's how it works, basically.
Yeah, this take just made me really angry and I needed to share it with more people. And also the fact that he told me after I told him, then why weren't you 2 at MSI? Why didn't they win against Smatter? If they're so much better.
I mean,
to which he said,
counterpoint.
we'll come back to that.
Hannah, counterpoint. Rogue also lost to Matt.
Yeah, but Rogue wouldn't have been 2-1 against Damwon Kia, but Rogue would have gotten absolutely got stomped.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, G2 got creamed by both Rogue and Mad. I don't think they would have won 2 games against Damwon. I mean, maybe if current G2 really has their shit together and they're stomping scrims and practicing really hard in the off season, then of course I still think at their ceiling they are a better team than Mad and Rogue. But the G2 we've seen in LEC, no. They're maybe they would have stomped lane, but that's it.
Apparently, Wunder was stomping Xiaohui in scrims.
Oof.
So I guess that's decent.
I mean, apparently the VCS team was equal with the PSG team in scrims, which means that VCS is literally the third best region in MSI, right? Shoutouts to the one delusional VCS fan who has overdosed on copium as his coping measure against COVID. That said, Costa, I believe it's time for your take of the week. Podcast. I don't know.
I don't particularly I haven't found any Coomer Lords on Twitter, which
Sag.
I think is a good thing. But yeah, thank you for that one, Hannah. My take is from it is from whoever wrote this article on the Fnatic website.
Oh no.
Of
You know
course
what
he's
it
gonna find some kind of obscure bullshit about Fnatic fans.
You know what it is. This is like everyone knows what it is. It's the second last sentence of the Bwipo enters the jungle announcement, which reads, Bwipo's natural fit for the role was seen last split, where he performed one of the most eye-catching plays in our LEC game against G2, using his Volibear ultimate to take out former Fnatic bot laner Reckless in a crucial team fight.
I don't know what you're talking about. He fucking popped off and you're there laughing? This guy? Come on. This was a superior display of jungle ability and you're laughing?
You're
Clapped
laughing.
Reckless like...
Bwipo just took out former Fnatic bot laner Reckless with his Woolly World and you're laughing?
I know, you're only submitting this take because he's stomping on the former Fnatic bot laner and that makes you sad.
Yeah, I would just like to put out also Upset's paraphrase of that sentence, which he tweeted today, which says, yeah, when Bwipo killed someone with Volibear, I knew he would be next Canyon.
Pog.
That was...
We all knew.
I mean, the issue is... I mean, Bwipo can be the next Canyon. The issue is... Them one are playing around Canyon, and they are playing around Canyon a lot, and that's basically the main thing that they did throughout MSI. I'm pretty sure the Fnatic are not gonna do that, lol.
They can play around Canyon, because they don't have Canyon.
Yeah, I mean, Bwipo is the owner of Fnatic, so he can make them play around them, of course.
I mean, Bwipo is so wide that he can gank 3 lanes at once, that's true.
I mean, Bwipo is the owner of Fnatic, so he can do whatever he wants.
Bwipo goes where he pleases.
What if SK just saw like how good Treats is on Morgana, so they thought he would be a natural fit for the jungle as well?
Pog.
When he took out current LEC winner Karzi with his Draven EQ combo.
SK obviously have seen Treats' prowess on the Braum and thought he was a natural at the jungle role. That's sad.
On the Yanko style.
I think we have memed enough out of this take.
We probably the jungle.
Did you submit the same take again? Come on.
No, not this time. So, Fnatic announced a new top laner called Adam. He's French, he's baguette. So, the announcement was Adam speaking in French about his career and stuff. And someone in the Fnatic subreddit that had like a really nice
Costa knows.
brain.
Costa sees.
I absolutely fucking hell. He said, was I the only one who was extremely frustrated because he didn't speak English? I don't know why.
I mean,
yeah. Fnatic was presenting a French player. Maybe they wanted to build up more on his rising up from the second div in France to region LC.
Mamrik,
of course, he can speak English.
Let's be completely honest. NA were performing poorly at MSI because they did not have enough diversity. So, of course... Well, because they did... Wait, no, never mind. Because they have too much diversity, I believe, as the take was. So, of course, Adam showing diversity is bad, right?
I mean, I think that this user really thought that Adam was going to show himself up in the first game of LEC and start making calls in French. And the rest of the team was not going to understand his French calls and do whatever other thing.
Because top, mid, bot, and other stuff are very different in French instead of English. In English you say top, and in French you say top, which is much different, of course, and it's impossible to understand. Yeah, I saw that one as well, and it wasn't just one take. There's like 5 people utterly convinced that Adam can speak English, which is amazing to me because he was.
No, Amazing is playing on a different team.
Yeah, Amazing is German.
Amazing is streaming to 5 viewers now. I mean, no, fuck, he has 4 viewers. 4 people. I feel so
Thanks,
bad.
that's amazing.
Get all your
Genuinely love the
friends.
guy.
Get all your friends to watch this podcast, okay? Because I cannot live in a world where I'm less popular than amazing. I'm sorry.
Get your friends together and get over here. We have beaten amazing. Next time we're beating reckless.
I actually think there's two of my friends watching this right now. So hello, friends. Anyway,
Friends of Costa.
Wait, you guys get friends? Holy shit!
We're literally here.
Yeah, which means that you're not on the stream. Come on.
by the way, I would just like to give notice to a thing Woolu tweeted like just like half an hour ago about from a reliable person that decided to stay anonymous about the self-made situation stuff.
Okay.
You guys want me to read that?
Fire
I would
away.
like to.
Yeah, yes.
You can submit this as your take of the week.
This is not taking the week. It's just interesting information that I've just seen. So it says
Breaking news.
the real reason Pwippo will jungle now is that his teammates Nisky, Upset, and Hilly did not want to play with Selfmade anymore. Selfmade was always flaming his teammates hard. They preferred to play with Pwippo. Things went seriously wrong when Fnatic lost against Tess at Worlds. Selfmade blamed and flamed Nemesis so hard after the game, not the first time, by the way. Reckless, Pwippo, and Hilly did not approve what Selfmade did. Now Selfmade is finally paying the bills for what he did, flaming mates behind the scenes, and he's trying to put the fault on others. Hopefully he will learn from that and it will not happen in Vitality. Lol. So they asked Pwippo management include if he...
I fucking love how Fnatic's management reaction to the team fucking hates Selfmade, fucks this guy, is to call up Pwippo and say, okay, Pwippo, you can leave the team, or you can make Selfmade leave the team. The choice is yours.
The last sentence says, so they asked Pwippo, management included, if he wants the jungle, and everybody said yes and was supporting him, including all the other teammates. That's how Selfmade was forced to leave Fnatic. He ran out of options. Sad for him, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I would like to expand on that. That leader is currently going on an absolute rampage on Twitter, just like blaming everything on Selfmade. Selfmade got him kicked from Vitality.
Wait, hold up. Are Vitality blowing up already? Are Vitality blowing up already?
Selfmade was the reason for coronavirus. Selfmade got leader kicked from Misfit. Worst of all, Selfmade is impersonating leader's cat Neo, an adorable cat, by the way.
Shit.
And then leader just tweeted 6 minutes ago, and the reason as to why I don't play control mages, yeah, you already know the answer. It's Selfmade.
How broken is Selfmade, bro?
Selfmade, it's not very well known, but it was actually Selfmade who logged into Leader's account back in 2020 and flamed other people, so Leader got banned.
Actually.
It's also Selfmade's fault that I don't know, like Gambit had to disband because Selfmade was just flaming the management so hard that they went home and cried.
I mean, Selfmade single-handedly axed OPL, so.
Selfmade is the reason that NA is doing bad internationally.
Oof. Got him.
So seriously, now, I find this oddly believable. I think that Selfmade is a bit of a dickhead. At least he like gives this aura of himself being
a bit
like
of a cancer boy, which one?
Yeah, he's a cunt.
No,
so it would like make sense for people not like especially Upset and Healy that sound like decent people. I mean Healy, of course. Upset is, I think he's much better than he was a few years ago. And Nemesis sounds like a decent person as well. So I think that Selfmade was not a good fit mentally for that Fnatic team. Maybe now that Vitality has this, we are villains, we are the bad guys. Yeah. Maybe that will work. But
I think that the theory that Woolu posted is kind of whack. Not only because Selfmade and Nemesis and Pwippo already spoke out against it. Because Pwippo tweeted that he would love for people to like stop running their mouth if they have no idea what happened. And Nemesis often talks about Selfmade, says they're still friends, they talk daily. So it would be kinda weird to continue to be friends with somebody and talk to him on a daily basis if that man like single-handedly ruined your career.
Yeah. Hey, Lorlo and Dardock are still friends, and Dardock basically bullies him. So yeah. I would just, if you don't mind, I would just like to say the last thing I will say about the self-made thing, that I don't actually mind the entire perspective that it is better to sell self-made if he doesn't want to continue playing with the team in 2021. I think that is a completely sound decision, and if you have a player who's not going to be dedicated to the team and who wants to leave after summer split, if you want to sell him and get some money and get someone who will probably be there for a longer time, I think that's completely logical. Don't make Bwipo do it. You're the fucking manager. Do it yourself. Like,
I don't
if your
know
manager
about you
not
guys, but
managing
in my country, selling people is illegal.
I've come watching football for years, so it makes selling people a very common expression, and that also means I support slavery. Nah, just kidding.
Write it down, clip it. That said, hi, my name is Yosh. I also am on this podcast, and I also have to present a take somehow, for some reason.
Great.
So, before the last episode, not even this one, before the last episode, I have put a tweet out on Twitter asking for people to submit their dumb takes, because yes, which has been since plagiarized, but I don't think any of those takes were actually used anywhere. And yeah, my first idea of what to submit was some guy called Lorder BS showing up in my mentions and saying that MSI format is boring and way too overblown, and it's all just a big setup for the RNG Dam 1 finals that was destined to happen before the tournament even started. But after that, I had a bunch of talks with my Korean friend, and he has shown me an interview on Inven where Mac, the coach of Mad Lions, as well know, and I don't, has said that C9 should have made playoffs. My question is, if you want C9 to show up to the semifinals, and if you think that C9 are good enough to get to semifinals, do you want them to show up there instead of you? Because you are obviously weaker than PSG. So yeah, that's my take.
Was Mad Lions weaker than PSG though?
In group stage, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like only that one game where Eljoya got like absolutely crippled in the jungle. I'm talking about the head-to-head. Like Mad Lions is 3-1 against PSG in the tournament.
Yeah,
and
they also lost to Turkey and almost lost to Brazil. I mean, they were a bit wacky in this MSI.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Cloud9 was like not the worst team to not qualify to the semifinals of MSI. They were essentially decent, and I wouldn't be surprised if they have gotten a few luckier results. They could have beaten either Mad or PSG to the spot.
Or Pentanet.
Yeah. Yeah, or Pentanet. I don't know. It seems like kind of weird to say that Cloud9 was better than either Mad or PSG, but they were certainly close. And they had really good games versus RMG and DK as well.
So yeah, that was my take of the week, because I obviously don't try to win those. I'm just here to watch you bring up some bullshit and talk about it.
Actually, I kind of like your take.
I do so, because it's an actual coach, like an actual relevant personality who just said, "Yeah, I think these guys deserve to be deserve to be in playoffs over us." Basically, like if you dig kind of deeper, if that's kind of what he said, because Mad Lions were fourth and Cloud9 were fifth.
I obviously was paraphrasing. I guess I can read the exact text if you want, because I might be biased. So the question is, in your previous interview with G-Sun, you said that C9 was unlucky. Why do you think they were unlucky? The answer by Mac. We screamed them a lot, and I don't think the result is what their actual strength is. They should be better than what the results show, basically. So I think they should advance normally. So yeah.
I mean,
Probably makes it
maybe
weaker, but
maybe he also thought that Mad Lions was like much better than PSG normally, and that they should have been third place instead of PSG, like normally, based on the perceived level of the team compared to what they actually did on stage.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's
I guess
hard
so.
to be worse in scrims than what Blubber has shown he's willing to do for a crab. So
Yeah, I guess we'll see the new lean meme version of Cloud9 with the superior bot laner at World, so we're gonna see what they can do.
Sven moves to
Jesus
jungle.
Christ, Sven got fucking...
Sven moves to jungle, Blubber benched. Let's go.
No, Sven is going to Misfits next year. Mark my words.
To jungle.
Yeah, no, he's not. Honorable mention to Nico again, who said that Sven is worse than all 10 LEC AD carries.
Wait, I thought that was Chris.
I guess Nico is right. Actually, because he apparently he's not even good enough to play in NA. But
Oof.
Yeah.
yeah, so apologies, Nico.
Holy
you're a fucking giga brain, man.
Nico's popping off. High key.
Yeah, but yeah, I forgot what Coomer Lord said. Hannah, would you remind me?
He said G2 wouldn't have lost after being 2-1.
So
But that
yeah.
wasn't the only take I wanted to bring this week. There was another one.
fire away.
There were a lot of takes in general, and I couldn't choose one, so I chose that one. But another
couldn't choose
favorite
one, so I
post
chose
of mine. Yeah, another take that I really did enjoy was by somebody who I told them that they were a Copium fan, because they said that the Reckless G2 switch crippled all of Europe, though G2 didn't win, Fnatic didn't win. Instead, Mad Lions won, and they looked worse than either peak G2 or peak Fnatic at MSI.
I mean,
Well, they did it worse than peak G2 and peak Fnatic at MSI. Peak G2 and peak Fnatic were really fucking good. So, I mean, they didn't look worse than the 2-8 G2.
I mean, they're gonna look worse than peak Astralis. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
I don't think we've seen peak Astralis until they roll swap Promiscue into the jungle. So
Hold up. Wait. Hold up.
They are going to leave some
Not like this. Not like this. Abort. This
we actually have a league. We actually have a league with 8 junglers on 10 teams. I think that's really whack. And Gilius, I think take of the week should be Gilius, honestly, because a fucking playoff team of promising players benches their junglers, comes up to Gilius, says, "Yo, mate, you just got kicked by your team. Do you want to play with us? Like, we got a really fucking good support. We got like a decent top laner who's like really good at carries. We got like our mid is a bit iffy, but he's a rookie. He's young. You probably know the guy already. We got a really talented AD carry. Do you want to play for us?" And Gilius says, "No, fuck off. I want to. I'll put on my ass."
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I think that it's like.
I love
it.
I love the fact that your webcam seems to lag and then it just speeds up, so you look like that guy from Average X Fan meme. It's just insane.
Average Fnatic fan, average Astralis enjoyer.
But like, Gilius rejected the playoff team coming to him. This man has been to playoffs twice in his entire life, which was like 5 years in the LEC. He's missed playoffs like 8 out of 10 times. Why the fuck did he reject?
This man is also insane, and his balls are bigger than the entire Astralis budget for this year, so...
I mean, Astralis had some budget.
I mean, yes, you have to pay Promiscue off somehow.
Yeah. And what's even sadder, and I'm ending this rant on this bit, what's even sadder is that Gilius would have been the perfect jungler for SK, because SK was a team that was starved for Engage. Like, Tinks couldn't play Engage to save his life. He basically just sat and like farmed herbivore-style jungle for the entire game and tried to carry after minute 35 after they were already 10k behind. But Gilius is like the Engage bot. Gilius is like the perfect dog jungler, which would be great for SK. Like, the Treat wouldn't have to play Rel every game. It would have been perfect, but he just said no. So SK just decided to shoot himself with both feet. And yeah, it's going to be interesting, at least. At least Fnatic is still probably going to make playoffs off of SK and Schalke just losing SK losing their minds and Schalke losing their money, but yeah.
This summer is gonna be so insane.
Helios needs to like not be in the LEC every once in a while, so people don't like acknowledge the fact that he's not like really a really good jungler. Like, he's a decent jungler, he's good at what he does, but I think that there are much better options in the European leagues. So if he takes a split off instead of playing with Skate, that could go like either way. There might be an org next year that says, "Hey Helios, we need a jungler, and you seem to be decent on Schalke, and okay,
No,
do you want to come?"
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm fine, thank you.
I just love how Gilius' career looked to be dead in the water. Like, after he got kicked from Vitality, he got like on Besiktas, and he was just like a middling TCL jungler, and he got randomly by Schalke, got benched on Schalke for Lurox, who's not LEC tier in the slightest, and then he just got back, and he was just suddenly Gilius top 5 LEC jungler.
I mean,
and then
Costa,
just
you
decides.
know, I think it should be no secret at this point that the LEC scouts scout TCL more than they scout literally any other league in the world. Like, they basically don't scout LCL at all, which is why everyone is trying to go to those garbage fucking EU leagues, like fucking Dream Pool in Italy. Like, Italy, come on, bro. Have some have some common dignity.
For Russian players, we get fucked mostly.
And yeah, like, it's legitimately easier to just go to TCL because TCL is a world's level league. So you kinda get some international potential. And B, apparently LEC scouts just fucking look at that league more than they do at the ERLs because there's too many ERLs to watch or something.
Yeah.
Like, legit. That said,
ERLs.
remember half an hour ago we were supposed to like choose the best takeout of the 4 that we have presented? And then we just went off on tangents and started shitting on everyone.
Okay, I'm ready to vote. I know what I'm going to pick.
Go ahead.
I'm voting for Hannah and Cumberlord. Cumberlord. Because
Please tell me you're not voting just for the name. Because if you're voting for just the name, I'm voting for just the name. We can't have that.
I plead the fifth.
I'm voting for Rika just because I really laughed about the Adam doesn't speak English. Oui.
He's going to start speaking in baguette in the middle of the game.
Je n'appelle pas baguette.
Je m'appelle le top lane jungler. Hello.
Excusez-moi.
Wait, hold up. Adam Jungle confirmed?
Oui.
I vote for Rika as well because I've seen like 5 people say the thing that guy said, and I don't even think that's that bad. Like, if the guy's French and can only speak French, that would at least mean that he has a really good Renekton, which is something Fnatic really needs. So I think, like, even fundamentally, it's a bad take because it's not a bad thing to only be able to speak French. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna vote for Mamrika as well. I guess.
Yeah. Alles Paprika.
By the way,
Polska, Mamrika.
The first winner of the take of the week.
I mean,
twice.
I only won twice because I am Paprika.
True.
The only reason I win.
Congrats, Mike.
I took over Hannah. Now I am the cutie.
Don't worry, my dude. We're gonna kick you and sign in someone else to play in the jungle.
Finally.
Yeah,
By the way,
by the way, that's the reward. If you win 5 takes of the week, you get benched from the podcast, and that's the reward because holy shit, it's bad over here. Help.
just wanted to say that Herbs suggested in the chat that if we could do a power ranking of the LEC teams.
Could be our
Yeah,
last
let's do
thing
it.
because technically we have a segment, but I think it's already quite late.
I mean, I think what we should do is when does LEC start?
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. How many plans do we have for the next week? Because if we want to, we can just do it next time.
I think so. That would be quite.
Maybe we can prepare like individual power rankings and then compare them.
Like, I mean, we can just do it next week TM and like commit to that shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that would be excellent. With like bring pay pieces of paper and just do a 3-2-1 and raise like 10th place, and we all say like misfits and then Jason. Stuff like that. I'm just kidding, but
And we'll say
You know, I
Kieran holds Derby. Fuck you, mother.
Maybe we can steal like Earth's format of power rankings, where he like power ranks the players, and
based
then
on look.
like the teams in the same sheet of Google Docs. And I don't know how to say Google Sheets. I think it's the thing.
It's
Google shit.
Google
what?
Sheets.
Oh, Google Sheets.
You're gonna say it in French now, Mamrik. You have to speak in French now.
Google.
Google.
Okay, I'm trying not to get cancelled by the whole French community.
Don't
We
worry.
hate-
I've sent a pigeon to Emma already.
We hate Excel so much on this podcast that we don't even want to use it for rankings. We just use Google Sheets.
We don't even want to use their language. We just speak French now.
Bueno,
we
puedo
can
hablar
just all
español.
switch to our native languages.
Не, ну ты понимаешь, что в таком случае никто нас вообще не поймет.
Ich meine,
¿Dónde
es ist
está la
ein Mut.
biblioteca?
Я тебя понимаю.
We are
I had my Vegalol
the
exam yesterday.
Slavic majority shows up strong. I finally have a reason to bring you to this podcast, Costa.
Yeah, we cast the
más
Ellen
favorita
Serbi-
de España.
Ah.
Esta.
Mi aerodeslizador está lleno de anguilas.
También.
Yeah, thanks for watching us. We have finally settled into our niche of endless fucking derangement tangents away from the threads that no one literally knows what's happening because I don't even remember the SI finalists. With me, I have had Mamrika,
Adiós.
Hannah,
Tschüss.
Costa.
That's all.
I have been Yosh. See you next time. Have fun out there.